Kevin here with East West Brothers Garage. On a whim, I was able to snag a demo drive of the all-new Rivian R2 Performance. This is a car that everyone seems to be excited about, and as a big fan of the R1T, I was curious to see what Rivian is able to offer in a vehicle that starts at about 60% of the cost of the R1. With an eye towards the future R3, which is really where my interests lie as a replacement for our Chevy Bolt, I figured trying the R2 would give me a chance to get a feel for what an even less expensive car from Rivian might feel like. Before we continue, like and subscribe to the channel to help us continue to bring you more fun first drives like this one. So I booked it over to the Rivian store in Brea, California, where they handed me the key to a brand new R2 in Glacier White with the Black Crater signature interior. Surprisingly, they just handed over the keys, gave me a brief walkthrough, and then sent me on my way towards a pre-planned destination. No rep to accompany me. Initial impressions of the R2 are very positive. The car looks bigger from the outside than its dimensions indicate, and the interior is spacious and welcoming. Material quality is overall very nice, with a few areas of reduced costs expected given the $45K target starting price. But high traffic surfaces, things you will touch every day, feel solid and real and designed to be durable. The thing you'll come in contact with the most, the steering wheel and haptic halos, feel pleasant and intuitive to operate. In fact, I was comfortable fiddling around with the halos within minutes of playing with them, although I was surprised at how few things they actually controlled, though I suspect that will improve with future software updates. The touchscreen display is sufficiently prompt and responsive, though I think the reports of it being super snappy are perhaps a bit exaggerated, and it's not as intuitive as I was led to believe. Still, plenty usable and just as distracting as every other touchscreen display on the market. Sitting in the fairly comfortable driver's seat, I found things ergonomically solid, but noted that the seat itself seemed to be a tad flat, lacking bolstering. For a crossover capable of delivering ridiculous levels of accelerative performance, I would have expected a little more bolstering to keep you locked into your seat, which I suspect would be useful during off-road excursions as well. Looking around the cabin, everything looks quite open and spacious. The large glass roof definitely contributes to that sense, but the tall greenhouse and large windows add to the sensation. Overall, I'm loving the general look and feel of Rivian's interiors, which come across unpretentious and approachable. Pulling the column shifter to put the car into drive, I click on the turn signal and immediately notice the distinct tone, which sounds similar in some ways to the sound that Polestar chose for its turn signals. It is a distinct audio signature, but I suspect there will be lots of people who dislike it, much like there were folks who don't like the sound in the Polestars. Pulling away, the power delivery is smooth. No neck-snapping acceleration when you're just cruising around town. Rivian did a great job tuning the pedal to deliver a smooth ramp into the power. You can still get all of the power at any time, but it's not going to try and kill you in the process, which is a good thing for a vehicle that is going to see at least some soft-road duties. Out on the street, the noise levels are acceptable, but there is some distinct wind and road noise that permeates the cabin at city speeds. Fully acceptable given that this is the top trim of a vehicle that will get a $45K starting price. However, not acceptable is the clicking from the suspension on a basically brand new car. Not sure if this is just a problem on the one I drove, but I will chalk it up to the fact that this one has been abused on some test drives. Steering is light without feeling disconnected, but it's certainly no sports car and doesn't offer the immediacy or the texture that I get in my Polestar 3. Still, for a car that has to do it all, the feel is acceptable. Regen is strong when set to high, and the car presents solid one-pedal driving characteristics. I played with the adjustable dampers, but honestly couldn't really feel a big difference between the three options. In the Polestar 3, the 3 damper settings exhibit distinct character for each setting, not so much here in the R2. Perhaps this is something that will get further refinement since much of this can be tweaked via software. All too quickly, my time with the R2 came to an end. I have to say that what I saw is a promising effort by a still relatively new automaker. This is a vehicle that will definitely have a ton of mass market appeal. Its styling that apes its big brother the R1S and the tons of cargo space in the trunk and frunk will mean utility for families of all sizes. The more compact dimensions, which are barely larger than a RAV4 or CR-V, will mean it fits comfortably into most people's garages and lifestyles. The fact that it comes really well equipped even in the $45K trim will likely mean Rivian sells a ton of the lower trim ones. But for me personally, I would love to see Rivian do an R2 sized truck, something that gives the Ford Maverick or Hyundai Santa Cruz an all-electric competitor. That would probably get me to jump more quickly, but for now, I will sit back and wait with great anticipation for the launch of the R3.